An unprecedented new consciousness is transforming the entire human species. A new world is being born. The old world is disintegrating. Both worlds now call to you. Do you want to live in gratitude, patience, contentment, and awe of the universe? Or in anger, worry, overwhelm, and despair? This podcast will help you choose joyfully and effectively. Welcome. Well, this person writes, do you suppose that a talent can be learned in one lifetime and then carried over to the next, hence not needing to relearn it? I never understood how my son just picked up the guitar, piano, and drums, and moments later he was playing with ease using both right and left hands. Yes, of course, this is common. It's much more common than most people are aware, and as we become multisensory, we're beginning to see how common it is. For example, I got invited to a meeting of physicists at the Lawrence Berkeley Laboratory, and I became so excited about what they were discussing, quantum physics, that I wound up writing a book about it. Well, I only went to the meeting because I wanted to see what a scientist looked like, and then I saw what 10 or 12 of them looked like. And they all helped me in this project, and I wound up writing a book, although I'd never written before, about quantum physics, although I'd never had an interest in science, and I had no knowledge of mathematics. I wrote a book for lay people, for liberal arts majors like me. And that book won the American Book Award for Science, and it's still published today, decades later. So how did I do that? I grew up in a small town in Kansas. I didn't learn how to write there. I didn't learn about science there. I really didn't learn about anything much when it comes to a formal education because it just wasn't available in this little town. And yet I had that capability. I still have it and I still use it. And it gives me enormous pleasure. Where did that come from? All of us have lives that were lived in other times and at other places. These lives are not necessarily past lives or future lives. They are lives of other personalities of your soul. And what you do in those lives affect what happens to you in this life, and what you do in this life affects what happens in those lives. Because from the perspective of your soul, all of those lives are simultaneous. So much about you, you might say, is carried over from another life. A more accurate way to describe it would be that everything that you brought with you into this incarnation of your soul is appropriate for the lessons that your soul desires to heal, desires to learn, not to heal, but to learn, through the choices that you make as a personality. So yes, the color of your eyes, the color of your skin, the culture, the epoch into which you were born, your parents, everything about you, every neonatal characteristic reflects the needs of your soul. Your personality is perfect for the job that your soul wants it to do, and that is to grow spiritually in the domain of the five senses and the choices that you make. Isn't that interesting? Join me next time to explore the epic transformation of human consciousness that is reshaping our species and your part in it. It may surprise you. I'm Gary Zukav.